So I'm watching a Premier League game as we speak, and the action at the Emirates Stadium. The Emirates is empty. The Arsenal fans have gone home because Liverpool brought the big strap with them, and they're delivering blows and blows and blows. Yeah, well, that's for later. Tennis in Glasgow in St. Lucia. Good afternoon, my friend. Yeah, Gunners for life, huh? Welcome back on the SportsMax Zone, or to the SportsMax Zone. Second leg action in the round of 16 in the UEFA Champions League ended earlier on Wednesday. Two games were played on the schedule at the Allianz Stadium in Italy, Turin, Italy. Juventus hosted Spanish side Villarreal with the game level at 1-1. We have highlights.
European quarter-final. Away we go then.
Here in Turin tonight.
Good ball by Morata. Here's Vlahovic. Two for company. Goes for goal. It's excellent positioning there for Rulli, right on the edge of his 6-yard box for Juventus. Centre-back Rugani well forward here too. In by De Chilio and off the bar. What a tremendous effort that was from Vlahovic. Quadrano with the corner. Another good delivery. Excellent delivery. Vlahovic denied by Rulli. Point-blank range. Back to into the final quarter of an hour of the 90. Coquelin held up. What a good challenge that was. And he's going to the review area. They're suggesting VAR, headed up by Tomasz Kiwiatkowski, that this is a genuine error from the on-field referee. Penalty. Moreno up against Szczesny. Oh, and he nearly saved it.
Second half that they've got into Juventus's penalty area. Coquelin wins the penalty. Szczesny goes the right way, but he just can't keep it out.
Villarreal fans really enjoying life in that corner of the Allianz Stadium. Might enjoy it even more now, and they do. Pau Torres.
He can goal from Pau Torres because what he does, he stays alive, and when that pops through across the 6-yard box, he reacts brilliantly.
Juventus. There's absolutely no sign of them breaking them down. Oh, and it's one here by Moreno. You can put the gloss on it now. Gerard Moreno. Still the chances there. Capoue joins up. They're light at the back, Juventus. Danjuma, penalty.
Penalty kick.
Handball against De Ligt. The referee Marciniak gave the correct call, and Danjuma.
This game would have expected them to do that, but they've done a job. Fantastic defensive display. They've been clinical in this second period when they've had their opportunities.
The draw, we remind you, is on Friday for both the quarter-final and semi-final stage. Szymon Marciniak draws the match to a conclusion. It's right up there with one of the best results in Villarreal's history.
Juventus worse than even Manchester United, and that's saying something. So, folks, we saw the Turin team get turned over inside their own stadium. It was difficult watching if you were a Juventus fan. For the 4 Villarreal fans that are in this hemisphere, it must have been great TV.
Yeah, definitely. Juventus humiliated, and what a time to be humiliated. What a place to be humiliated at home, Georgian lands. Basically, I felt as if they didn't really get much chances in that match, and the few that they got, they just looked extremely sloppy. So Villarreal would go through very, very confident.
Well, they've been submerged by the yellow submarines, haven't they? There was some serious concern from the Juventus camp, George and Murat, prior to the game about the roster that Juventus put out on the field.
Yep, there were fans who were saying that that was a crap 11, but it was the fit 11 that the coach had, and I'm not going to fault Max Allegri for starting the team that he did. Chiellini just coming back from an injury, he wasn't fit to start. Really, at that age. When you're, as you know, Lance, if you're 25 and you have a muscle complaint and you get treatment, you can carry it through a game. And Chiellini has carried many injuries to big tournaments, I'm sure.
Yes.
But when you're at advanced age, you can't do that. And the coach had to keep his powder dry where he was concerned. I thought that Juventus created some good chances in the first half. Rui, the goalkeeper for Villarreal, made some very good saves, and there were a couple of chances missed, a couple of chances snatched that were... There were some chances that Morata got that you wished Vlahovic had gotten those chances, and then Vlahovic himself got some chances that you're saying, well, you should have turned them in, given the quality of striker that you are. But Juventus, I think, if they had taken one of those chances and gone in at the half-time break, 1-0 up, the game would have been different. But all being said, the result is correct. Villarreal were the better team. Not just in this game, because they were the better team in the first leg, and couldn't believe at the final whistle that in our home patch we didn't win the game. So they came back to Turin on a revenge mission, and it was a successful revenge mission.
You think Juventus would try to rebuild after this?
Well, they have to, because the fact is, the irony, there are many people who are loving this right now, what is happening to Juventus and Manchester United as well. Because, well, Manchester United to a lesser extent. Remember the whole issue of the Super League, the European Super League? The Juventus owner is one of the main supporters of this European Super League. He's one of he's part of the brains trust behind the Super League, wanting to break away and keep a closed shop where there's no relegation and there is big Champions League style football week in, week out. And people are saying, no, you should earn your right to play in the Champions League. And why do you want to shut so-called small teams out of the Champions League when it is that the small teams also can beat the big teams on their day? And they will very much appreciate and be laughing at the fact that little Villarreal has overturned the giant Juventus. Not just in any game, but in a game inside the Juventus stadium. Yeah.
So no analyst link today on this segment, because I would really like to hear from Brent Sancho on Juventus.
I really loved it.
Juventus's exit, because that's his team.
Yeah.
But to be fair, so that's why we don't have Brent.
It's a terrible thing.
He's not in good shape.
No, he's distraught right now.
Yeah, but to be fair to Brent, though, I think Brent has in recent months acknowledged that Juve aren't Juve at the moment.
Well, Brent needs to tough it out like you next time.
Yeah. Man U got one at Old Trafford. Juventus got 3. That's really bad. And if you look at it, so look at this.
Really bad.
I want to mention something. It just came to me. Ajax have won the Champions League 4 times.
Yes.
Juventus have won it twice. Manchester United have won it 3 times. None of those teams are going through to the last 8. They all started the round of 16 and were favourites. Manchester United marginally so against Atletico.
For their ties.
For their tie.
Yes.
But Ajax were the holding favourites because they had the second best record in the group stage of the Champions League. Yeah, Juventus won the group that Chelsea were in. So Juventus were favourites, of course, against Villarreal on paper. And look, let nobody tell you, I'm going to correct myself. Manchester United were marginally the favourites. Manchester United are supposed to beat Villarreal even if they play dominoes. As long as they play under the names Manchester United and Atletico Madrid. Yeah? Fact of the matter is that those teams with a collective 4-3, 8-2, 10 Champions League titles among them were knocked out by a Benfica that had it as 1. Villarreal has none, and Atletico Madrid has none. So again, those who criticize the idea of this European Super League project are going to say, serve you right. You are trying to create a closed shop, trying to lock out those who aren't as garlanded and in the super elite as you are, when it proves that they can beat you in a game of football on any given day. Amen, hallelujah. I'm a part of that, but I take my knocks and smile. Brent Sancho, you need to cry and come back to us and talk to us on the SportsMax zone. In the other game on day 2, on this day, Chelsea held a 2-0 advantage, which they took to France to play Lille. Let's see how that game went.
Chelsea beat Lille 2-1 home and away. It's clipped in, and Mendy gets a hand to it. Back in once again by David. Not convincing defending from Chelsea. They're asking for handball in there. Might be the first time that Massimiliano Irrati, the VAR, gets involved tonight.
This is interesting. This means that they're checking for a potential handball. And the fact that they've stopped play suggests that this might well be given. It's Jorginho.
It's Yilmaz, and it's a goal. And Lille are back to within 1 goal of Chelsea.
Delay didn't affect him. That is a wonderful penalty.
Jorginho has managed to pick the lock here. Pulisic! Oh, that is brilliant! Chelsea level on the night. Find a way through, and Pulisic guided the ball through.
Oh, it's a moment of real quality. The pass and the finish. Ever since going behind, they've stepped it up, Chelsea. Kept the ball well. It's a wonderful pick out from Jorginho.
Oh, he's done well. And has got a decent-looking ball in. Yilmaz! Pinged by Thiago Silva. Well won by Alonso, and it's broken for Mason Mount. 3 in the area to aim for. And here's Azpilicueta! And that is Chelsea through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League.
This comes on the back of a good period of possession from Chelsea. It's been, as you quite rightly say, a valiant effort from Lille.
Alonso has a go! And sent it over the top. The holders take a step towards defending their crown. It wasn't straightforward, but in the end, they secure their passage through to the quarterfinals.
2-1 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. That's how Chelsea marched through to the last 8. And Thomas Tuchel's men fully deserving.
Yeah, fully deserving. This is the 11th time that they've made the quarterfinals since the Champions League, George and Lance. And I have to say, they are actually looking like favourites to win it again.
Favourites?
What?
All right, tell me why not.
Huh?
So they're not winning. So the Champions League title is not there for Chelsea this season.
No, man, that's a different thing. So we can engage you on that. But
so
you said they look like favourites.
They're the defending champs.
Yeah, man, but they don't look like favourites to us. That's what.
So who looks like favourites? Liverpool, Man City?
No, Liverpool, Bayern look, and Real Madrid look really
No
good.
Man City.
You have to say Man City because of their Man City.
But Chelsea, George?
No, man. So
No, they have a good shot. They're playing well, but to say they are favourites to win.
I felt after today's performance they look like favourites.
Today's performance. Remember, they beat a team that has never been this deep in the Champions League before, and it's not a pedigreed team. It's a small team, a tiny team. That, I mean, they won the league last year.
I guess a key part of this discussion, George and Mariah, would be Friday's draw. Friday's quarterfinal draw.
Who they match up against?
Yeah, who they match up against, because that sometimes can, you know, make the path clearer for the
but if you look at the teams left, there's no easy team left.
Well, that's
the easy teams are gone. So these are the teams. Excellent, Mr. Producer. So Bayern left, Man City left, Benfica left. In fact, in the round of 16, there are teams that you'd say, oh, I want to play that team. You wanted to play Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
You wanted to play Manchester United. You wanted to play this, that. There's no team here that any of the big boys will say, give me Villarreal, give me Benfica. No. So from here, you're going to have to be lucky and good to get through. So it's really anybody's game. There is really anybody's game. I want to say this though, Mariah, Lance. Do you realize that Thomas Tuchel and Chelsea have done this with the Champions League and getting to the last 8? Their 90-odd million pound striker was only summoned to take the field in the 74th minute.
Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku, when the game was already won. They don't need him. Tuchel is proving, I don't need you after Lukaku's very ill-advised outburst. Now, you know that I like people speaking their minds. I like my athletes talking about how they feel about the sport. But I recognized from a long time ago, and parents forgive me for saying this, I recognized a long time ago that in life, perhaps it is that where situations are concerned, you see, I'm coaching it, honesty is not the best policy. I'm sorry. Because Romelu Lukaku was cutting and honest, brutally honest in his sentiments expressed in that interview about how he felt about Inter Milan, how he felt about the Chelsea experience.
Yeah.
And because he was so honest, he got himself into trouble with a coach who has not forgiven him for what he did, with teammates who have not taken him in the way they had done before the statements, and who subsequent to the statements see him as him and them as the collective. So it's us and him. And Romelu Lukaku is responsible for his own downfall, right? You don't buy a player for 90-odd million pounds and bring him on in garbage time. You put him on in garbage time in the Premier League, garbage time in the Champions League.
Maybe he's telling him he's garbage.
Yeah, maybe he couldn't make the SportsMax football team in a Liga that Mariah is a part of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a serious thing.
He could make the team, George.
He could make Mariah's side?
Yes, he could make
Mariah's
My
team.
side?
He would make every team.
I'm not sure about that, Lance.
I'm being honest.
No, I'm being honest too.
He said honesty is not a good
I'm being honest too,
policy.
Lance. We take a break. When we return, we continue with full. Listen, parents, don't kill me. I'm just saying it what it is. Sometimes honesty
Well,
isn't
maybe
the
you
best
shouldn't
policy.
put it like that. Maybe sometimes you shouldn't just speak your mind like that.
It's the same thing.